Hi guys, CodeTutor here and my name is Anil Deshpande.
In this video, we will get started with the new control flow statement, that is switch. If you have a look at structure of a typical switch statement in Swift, you may not understand each and every aspect of it, but you can clearly make out that this is what a switch statement is. However, if you start paying close attention, there are certain things that you will observe which are not you are used to. For example, once again, the switch statement doesn't have the round brackets. You have already seen it in the previous case where we were discussing if and else. This is something that is consistently you will see in Swift. So this should not surprise you. However, another aspect that will surprise you is the conspicuous absence of the break statements. Typically, you might have used break statement at the end of each case, but in Swift, we don't use break statement at all. It is understood that after you execute a particular case, you just break that particular case and go out of the switch block. You don't have to explicitly write the break statement. Even if you write, it is perfectly fine. It will still work in the same way if you don't write it at all. But does that mean there is no fall through in Swift? This is what a fall through is. That is, you bunch together cases, that is case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4 and case 5, and if the value that you pass in the switch argument is any of one of those values, then the common statement that is applicable to case 5 will be applicable to all the previous versions. And because there is no break statement, even if you pass any of those values 1, 2, 3, 4, it will still execute the same case that is applicable as 5. This is called as fall through, and in Swift we don't have fall through. You cannot do a fall through in Swift. And another aspect is the default case. In Swift, the default case is compulsory. In most of the other programming languages, this would have been optional, but in case of Swift, you have to compulsorily write default case. In that way, Swift is very adamant about the clarity of your thought process. Everything needs to be very precise. So let's write some switch statements and see how it works. So let me create a constant day of week. Let it be 1. And I will write the switch statement. I will switch on day of week, and then the pattern is case 1 and the code is print Monday. And I will just repeat this for different switch cases. And as you can see, the default, you cannot leave it. So this is a placeholder. Let me write it as not sure which day it is. As you can observe here, depending upon whatever the value that I pass here, I will get a appropriate case getting executed. You can write break, it is optional, but even if you don't write, it is not going to fall through. It is going to execute only that particular case and then just exit the switch. And if you pass any other values, then it will execute default case. And you cannot leave out any of the statement blank after each case. That is a compile time error. You have to write always some executable statement after each case. And in most of the programming languages, the switch value needs to evaluate to an integer, but in Swift it can get evaluated to anything. Say if I write it as Monday and then I just modify these cases, it will just work fine. So let me just change it so that the print message looks more appropriate depending upon the case that we are following. Let me call it as for Monday to Thursday working day, and Friday thank God it is Friday, and for Saturday it is weekends. Same is the case with Sunday. So as you can observe, even a string can be used for the switch evaluation. For that matter, you can use anything. So let me create a smiley constant and let me do a switch on smiley. I'm not exactly sure what these individual smileys mean, so please bear with me. And now, depending upon which particular smiley that you pass here, you will get a different response. In that sense, the switch case in Swift is pretty flexible and very powerful compared to other programming languages. We will be visiting this switch case once again, so stay tuned. That brings us to the end of this particular video. Don't forget to like, comment, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Take care. Bye.